I'm hiding a box of stuff behind me here, so nothing all unpacked. Hey, welcome to the show, everyone. What are we talking about today? And
What are we talking about today,
what are
Keto
we
Carole?
talking about today? What are we talking about?
What am I
Hey,
talking
everyone.
about ever?
I don't know. We'll soon find out, and it may be nothing.
Knowing you, Carole, it'll be something. You always got something good.
Aw, you're
Come
so
on,
sweet to me. Aw,
give yourself some
well,
credit.
thank you so much. Those of you watching, do you want to know the best tricks to stay on keto even in the most challenging of social situations? Stick around because we're going to be telling you. And hey, by the way, welcome to Keto Chat Live. I'm your host, Carole Freeman, board certified keto nutrition specialist, blah, blah, blah. I got lots of letters I can put after my name.
She got a whole lot of letters.
Yeah, I don't know. And my co-host, point this way, that way.
Yeah, I have felon after my name. No, it's joking. That's a joke. I don't. Not true. Yeah, Simon Kaufman here, stand-up comedian, the co-host on Keto Chat Live with Keto Carole, and I feel like today's topic is my fault.
Well, we picked it like on purpose last week, actually, while we were in Vegas. So it's all your fault. But it is something that's very common. Like everybody struggles with this. So it was in the list of future topics, and then after last week, it was like, yeah, we need this to be our next topic. So
yeah, my failures are bringing it about.
Well, before we get too far into this, would you want to share the medical disclaimer just in case somebody takes
very
all of their
important
advice today, quits their
just
day
in case
job
someone we don't want you to die. This show is meant for
Absolutely.
educational and entertainment purposes only. It is not medical advice nor intended to diagnose, treat, cure any conditions. If you have any medical condition, illness, disease, or are taking any medications, please consult your medical professional. And yeah.
And yeah.
And yeah.
And yeah. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
And,
That's it.
and yes. And yeah.
Don't take our advice, but take Simon's advice that he just said.
Only take my advice ever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because each episode we give you one more little micro credential, studying online stuff, and you just give yourself a stamp of approval. So,
yes.
All right. Well,
I'm extremely micro credentialed.
So my question of the day for those of you watching is, which situations do you find it most challenging to stay on keto or just to eat healthfully in general? Like a certain restaurant, maybe you can do well at other ones, but like there's this one that you can't, a certain event or holidays, work event or something else. So share with us what it is. Hello, Susan from Chicago. Share with us what it is your what scenario is the most challenging for you to stay on keto or keep eating healthy. So
for me it's really two. It's weekends and weekdays.
Okay, all right.
Other than that, I do really well.
Me, it's seafood. When I seafood, I want to eat it. Huh?
Yeah.
If we're going for the dad jokes, we might as well get them all in. So
now for me, it's when I start drinking.
Oh, yeah.
Alone in an alley.
Then this dumpster food is just so irresistible, right? It's right there. It's,
no, but seriously, it's when I'm out and about after a comedy show too, because all the adrenaline is rushing through you. You're just kind of not yourself.
Speaking to the microphone, sir.
Oh, I will. Yes, Mr. Senator. Hello, Mr. Senator. I do not recall the answer to your question.
Is this thing on? Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
okay.
nice setup, by the way. So personal check-in. Where in the world are you right now? Because it looks like you're in Savannah, Georgia.
I'm in the witness protection program right now, Carole, and I'm not supposed to mention where I am. Okay, no, I'm near Savannah, Georgia, actually. I'm in Hilton Head, South Carolina, which is an island here in South Carolina, which is a state of the union.
Okay. Susan, have you been there? And anyone else? It looks lush, gorgeous, and very humid.
Yeah, I'm on a golf course right now. Sitting on a golf course. I'm kind of a big deal.
Okay. Are
Yeah.
you gonna go drive around on a golf cart later?
No, but I would for you. If
Fun
you needed me
fact.
to. If you were like lost, I would get in a golf cart and look for you.
Oh, that's so sweet. You probably
I think,
crashed
yeah.
before you found me, but fun fact, in Phoenix, you can drive golf carts on the streets. And one of my life goals is to buy one and drive it downtown, just, to go bar hopping.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, it's important to have life goals. Glad you have some.
And then hire a driver that will, shuttle me around downtown between comedy shows. Susan says she doesn't leave her apartment. I do fine. Oh, if I don't leave my apartment, I get it. Okay. Right. So if you stay home, it's easy to eat healthfully. Anytime you leave your house, then people are throwing pies in your face and it's hard not to eat them. Oh, that's an interesting.
Yeah, that's a yoga pose. For me, it's
Okay.
not even in the apartment. I just have to lock myself in the bathtub. I lock myself in the bathroom. I do much better.
Okay, you said locked in the bathtub. Like, what kind of apparatus do you have in your bathtub that makes you so you can't even leave your bathtub?
You don't have chains in your bathtub? No, like locked in the bathroom.
Okay. Do you live someplace that somebody else has the key for the bathroom from the outside? Is it one of those old houses where the light switch is also on the outside of the bathroom?
No. Sorry.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. And you can turn it off on the person while they're while they're peeing. Yeah. And then they miss and pee everywhere. Yeah. It's like fun times.
The best little brother trick, or like
you get in your golf cart, roll down the street in Arizona and laugh about it. The good old days. What's that? A raccoon that just walked by? What is that thing?
That's my cat. That's my 17-year-old old man cat.
That's not a raccoon.
No, definitely not a raccoon. He's my husband. At least that's what he thinks. He gets really annoyed when I stay out too late. He doesn't like it when I bring somebody home to sleep in his bed.
When are you doing that, Carole? Why would you do that when you have a cat already? Why would you bring someone home to spend the night when you already have a
there's stray cats on the street
husband
here.
A cat husband. You have a husband.
Stray cats on the street. I feel sorry for them. They look hungry. I bring them home.
Oh, sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's the cats that he's upset about. That's what it is.
Okay.
So Susan actually wants to move to North or South Carolina. So thank you, Simon, for going there to check it out for her first.
Yeah. You stay in your apartment, Susan, and stay on keto. I'll be out here checking everything out for us. Weren't we going to go stay at Susan's apartment on the couch? What was up with that?
That's right. Yeah. She was she invited you, I think. I don't know if there's room for both of us on that couch.
Well, can Carole come and bring a stray cat, or how's that work?
I'll pick up a cat on the way and bring it with me.
Yeah, that's important.
That's everyone who wants a house guest that brings a cat. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. Well,
nice.
What else has been going on? So, if those of you saw last week, Susan saw last week, we were in Vegas together, and now we're back on nearly opposite coasts. So, I'm back in Phoenix, and Simon's in South Carolina. And
we split up.
Where in the world is Simon? San Diego? Carmen San Diego? I don't know.
Yeah.
Waldo. Every week.
Yeah, no, we did I did a bunch of comedy shows in Las Vegas. That was fun. Then I went out to Florida and had one of the worst comedy gigs ever.
Tell the lay people that don't know how comedy works. Like, what? How could you have a bad comedy show?
So this booking agent got me a gig. He always gets me gigs, and they're great gigs, right? Normally they're really great. This one, not so much. I don't know how the hell I ended up here. I ended up doing 30 minutes of comedy at a high school graduation, family friendly, for a room full of Haitian immigrants. and yeah, it was
And nobody
English was an
spoke
issue,
English.
and
Yeah.
it's really hard to connect the punchline when the language barrier, but I went down in flames. That's for sure. And but it was fun. At the end of the show, I said, "All right, guys, thank you. I'm going to go kill myself by drinking myself into stupor. Goodbye."
Did they cheer? Did they cheer? Or did
They were like, yeah, they were really happy when I mentioned I was going to kill myself.
Oh, I love hearing those stories. I'm sorry that you had to go through that. It's not fun in the moment, but also I'm new as a comedian. You've been doing this a long time, and it just gives me some comfort to know that like we're never immune from having a bad show. Like there's always going to be more, and it's part of the process, and it keeps us all humble that
I don't know how I ended up there, but they were nice. I got paid. What do you want?
That's good. That's good. That's good.
I bombed. I sent this kid off into a life after graduation with
he's
comedy
gonna
act nobody could understand. It was great.
He's gonna forever hate stand-up comedy because he's just gonna remember, like, I remember this one time this dude who didn't even speak my language came and ruined my graduation party. That's what stand-up comedy is. So
that's what sent me into a life of misery.
Okay, so Susan says we both can come, and she has a 21-pound black cat named Benjamin Franklin.
Wow.
Whoa. Okay, my cat's only like 7 pounds, so your cat could eat my cat 3 times.
It's not a keto cat, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe he needs to watch our last 10 episodes. Learn how to do keto the kitty keto.
Maybe there's a podcast market for cats that no one's touching yet.
Oh my gosh. I gotta go start the cat keto podcast. Okay.
Keto Cat Live, everyone. Instead of keto chat, it's keto cat.
Yeah, just 1 letter difference.
Welcome to Keto Cat Live, where we're going to discuss kibbles and bits for cats. And is catnip really a? Yeah, is catnip?
We'll all pet our cats together at the same time.
Yeah, love it. All right.
Well, me personally, thanks for asking. What have I been up to? Oh, your cat. Susan's cat is big bone. Don't touch him.
Oh, is that it?
I didn't say he was fat.
He's got a big tail. Well, I kind of did.
Okay.
I kind of said your cat needs to go on needs to listen to a Keto Cat podcast.
Who would be the cat celebrity? Maybe Cat Williams. I don't know.
Catwoman.
Oh, Halle Berry follows a keto diet. That's perfect.
Really?
This is full circle here. Yeah. She's been on TV shows talking about it. She's had Maria Emmerich, one of the most prolific keto cookbook authors, on her show. I don't know, something. They've done things together.
Nice.
Maria lives out in Hawaii, Maui.
Oh.
Yeah. Did you know her? Everybody in Hawaii knows everyone in Hawaii, right?
Yeah, different islands.
You just swim between islands?
Yeah, get eaten by sharks. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was also out in Vegas last week. Had a good time. Saw some shows. Saw Simon a couple of times. And you introduced me to a great connection that I got a guest spot back here in Phoenix on Sunday at one of the biggest clubs here in Phoenix, and it was an amazing experience. Great.
Yeah, you performed with Brett Ernst, right, from Cobra Kai on Netflix.
I'm embarrassed to say I had no idea who he was before I came and watched the show that you did with him. And when he offered me a guest set, I had to go home and Google all about it. And I'm like, oh my God, I've seen that show. Yes, he's an actor from Cobra Kai and 24-year plus comedy veteran. And he was just an amazing person to work with. He was so supportive and gave me great tips and just very encouraging. And we hear enough stories of celebrities that are jerks that I just want to make sure that I share what a great guy he was, and I'm
Yeah, he's
just
great.
so
I've always
grateful.
loved that guy. We've always got along, man. He's a good guy.
Yep.
Very funny too. Really strong comic.
Yeah. Great stuff. So
Yeah. And then I found myself in a situation that was very challenging to stay keto when he and I went out till 5 o'clock in the morning. And
oh yeah, there was food involved, or
whatever, Las Vegas, and then
yeah.
and then whatever, and then whatever.
You
But
know,
I'm doing
I
good
think
now.
we hinted about that last week about almost bad decisions you've made and other bad decisions. So, but that's Vegas was last week. Like that's so last week now.
That was so last week.
Yeah, that stays.
Let's talk
there for
this
sure.
week. Do we have a news
Okay.
article or what?
We do.
We do.
Yes, we do. Let me.
Yes, we do.
We do.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can. I'm going to put it right here in the chat for you all. It's my turn to provide an article for the show. So this is all about fiber, and this was inspired because on my client coaching call this morning, somebody was talking about how they were constipated, and so they thought they needed to add more fiber and more vegetables. And on keto, as a reminder, what episode was that where we talked about salt a lot? Episode 4. If you're struggling with constipation, that's one of the top signs that you need more salt on keto, not that you need more vegetables or fiber. And so I found this article to review with you all about fiber. So Chris Kresser, I really love his work. If you're not following him, I highly recommend it. He's not a keto dude. He promotes, all kinds of healthy eating, just kind of tailored to whatever people's needs and health needs are. I've been following his work for a really long time. He used to blog under the name of The Healthy Skeptic, and he does a great job at taking research and kind of drilling down and looking at the truth. So he's a great one to look at. Like a lot of people promote like uncured meats because we need to avoid nitrates and nitrites, and he kind of breaks that down and shows how like that's just a myth in the nutrition world, that we don't need to worry about that. It's a myth. So I
You don't
found
need to worry about nitrates. What are you talking about? I thought they caused leukemia or whatever.
No, it turns out it's all hype and myth.
What? How do you know?
Because Chris Kresser
told you.
Yeah. He's got like a 3-part blog series where he breaks down the research and all that. So I feel comfortable the way, the research, because he doesn't just cite things. He actually like kind of drills down, and pardon me while I get a cat hair off my face. He drills down and kind of analyzes it instead of just saying like, this research says this. Anyways, so this article from Chris Kresser, it's myths and truths about fiber. Why are those two words so hard to say? Myths and truths.
I think Chris Kresser is harder to say.
Really? Okay. How about
myths and truths?
Rural juror.
Rural juror.
Did you ever watch 30 Rock?
Oh, I love that show, but I haven't watched it too much, but it's so funny.
They had an episode where somebody, I think Jenna, was cast on a show, a TV show or a movie or something, that the name of it was Rural Juror. And the whole running gag in the show was just about how hard that was to say and understand what the heck you were saying. Like, what show are you on? Rural Juror. Just sounds like
I think I might have seen that one. Oh my God. That show's so funny.
So myths.
What's her name? Who writes that? Oh man, what's her name? She's brilliant.
Tina Fey.
Tina Fey. She's just brilliant. Yeah, I tell you.
Yeah. Good stuff. You friends with her too?
No. She's not keto. I would never have a non-keto friend. What are you talking about?
Right. Oh,
that's why I only hang out with Halle Berry. Don't you know?
Oh, cool.
Carole, do we need to take a moment so you get the cat hair off your face? Is that, are you okay? Is that, maybe you need to stop bringing random cats home at 2 o'clock in the morning when the bar's closed. Is that?
It's because I'm hanging out at the
cat yard.
The cat yard. The cat meat market. I don't know.
Cat meat. That's not funny, Carole. That's a very serious problem.
I don't know. I kind of think the cat would taste like rabbit. Like,
Is cat keto? All right, don't answer that. Keep going.
Yeah.
Fiber,
Yeah.
on to fiber.
All right, Chris Kresser, myths and truths about fiber. There's actually a YouTube video that I love even more, but it's kind of hard to review a YouTube video on a podcast or a video. So this is kind of a stand-in for that. But if you're interested in this topic more, I recommend checking out Zoe Harcum. She's a physician that has spoke at several of the conferences I've been at. Another fun one is Fiber Menace. You can find him on YouTube as well. It looks like it's a spoof video, but it's actually real. And fiber is spelled the British way, Fibre. But anyways, Fiber Menace. Go look at that up later too. So Chris Kresser, back to Chris Kresser. So he's talking about how most people here, we'll just poll the audience. Is fiber good or bad? Should you have more fiber or less fiber in your diet, Simon?
I don't know. I mean, you need the right amount. You don't want to go too much.
Okay, that's good. Good answer.
Thanks.
You should. You're hired. You're on the show. So most people think that fiber is a good thing, and we should probably try to get as much fiber as possible. Oh, Sue, where have you been? We've been waiting for you to show up. Butterfly Sue's here. Hi, how are you doing? How you doing,
Bodyguard
Sue? Bodyguard Sue. She always puts a butterfly in her messages, though, if you haven't noticed.
The secret Suvis.
Okay, that's cute. That's cute.
Was that cute? Get it, like the Secret Service who guards the president. Meanwhile, she's guarding the prime minister of the Secret Service.
It's like how your niece would say the Secret Service.
She's so cute. Oh my God.
Okay, Sue, welcome, Sue. We're talking about fiber right now. Or in London, it's fiber, spelled different.
Fiber, or in London, fiber.
Yeah.
That was good.
It's spelled different, so it's like Brett Favre.
Fibre, fruit and fibre.
Fibre and fiber. Okay.
What was that? Fruit and fibre. Remember that commercial? All right, keep going.
Oh, Fruit and Fiber, the cereal.
Yeah, remember that the commercial? Yeah. It's fruit and fibre.
Yeah, that's fun. In this article, the Chris Kresser article, it has a bowl of All Bran at the top of it, which basically just looks like somebody cut off the bristles of a broom and put it in a bowl.
Nice.
Have you ever eaten All Bran cereal, Simon?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Maybe.
Did you ever eat? Yeah. What cereals did you have as a kid growing up?
I mean, I had lots of cereal. I mean, you want me to list them? I mean,
what was your favorite? Were you like the sugary?
All right, listen.
Brand name stuff, or
I don't eat sugar cereal now because I'm a grown adult. But all things aside, like if you actually want to know what is my absolute favorite cereal, it's Fruity Pebbles.
No.
Yeah.
That's mine too.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God. Carole, what does that mean about us?
I don't know. I mean, we were talking about getting married when we were in Vegas. We never did do it, if you guys are wondering.
Maybe we're an astrological cereal match.
Cereal match.
Is it really Fruity Pebbles?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. But
I was always we were too poor to get those, so like it was like special treat once in a while where we would
get Fruity Flakes. You had Fruit Flakes.
No, like we had Rice Krispies, Cheerios, and Corn Flakes. We couldn't afford the sugary cereals. We had to make our own. We had to do it.
Okay, that's when you know you're not poor. Is when you have Fruity-O's and like,
We had to make our own. We had to take Rice Krispies. You put the milk on first, and then dump spoonfuls of sugar on, and then put a little food coloring in and stir it up, and then it was a mess. Anyways, all right. The secret Suvis is saying, yeah, I've eaten All Bran. It's like All Bran is like cardboard. Yes. Sue's asking if we had a nice steak dinner. Yes, we did, Sue. We had a great steak dinner. Oh my gosh, like steaks dinner.
At Bazaar by Jose Andreas. That was ridiculously good.
We had
the real actual Japanese Kobe beef from Japan.
by the
It was
ounce.
like super crazy.
Yeah. Simon's sister and brother-in-law, thank you again for a wonderful, wonderful meals. Okay, so Susan's also joining us. The Fruity Pebbles, the Captain Crunch peanut butter.
Here we are talking about non-keto food again. Like every episode, people tune in for hope and encouragement, and we're like, "Oh, well, I really miss Captain Berry Crunch, whatever."
I could never do the Captain Crunch. Just tore up the roof of my mouth, like it was just.
Oh, come on! Quit being a weakling.
Bloody
Toughen
mouth
up, Carole. Toughen your mouth up. If it doesn't bleed, you're not tough enough.
There is a brand. So Catalina Crunch makes cereal that's keto friendly.
Oh, really?
They have a fruity flavored one. Not close to the flavors actually are very close to Fruity Pebbles, but not the same texture. It's pretty high in fiber though. Speaking of fiber, we're going to bring this back.
Okay, wait, it's really keto, or is it one of the type of keto that you're going to get mad at us for eating? Like always.
I have not checked blood ketones or blood sugar, so we should do that sometime.
So we should eat it before you get a chance to check it and guilt trip us. It's Catalina Crunch, it's called?
Yeah. They make,
what is that?
It is a product brand, and I was at the store yesterday, and they have like 6 different flavors. They make cereal, and then they also make sandwich cookies. So I'm gonna have to do some blood sugar testing. I have not tested these products to know whether they're keto or not. I find personally when I eat the cereal though, it's full of fiber, and I know that just because it gives me terrible gas, like uncomfortable all night long. So my body's not digesting that. So this is the perfect for our fiber topic today.
Let it out, Carole. Let it out.
So I don't really like to eat it just because it makes me feel terrible. And probably if my body's not digesting the fiber like that, it's probably not going to affect blood glucose or ketones, but I have not tested it, so I don't know. Okay. So back to the fiber article here.
Back to the fiber. Back to the fiber. It's new. Keto chat rap. All right, keep going. I'm gonna shut up.
No, that's good. Oh, okay. Fiber. Okay, so most people think they need lots of fiber. They think fiber is what makes them regular. They think fiber is healthy. The more of it you eat, the better. But it turns out when we look at actual research that excessive fiber, like too high a fiber diet, is actually really bad for us. It's actually really harmful. And so in nutrition, a lot of times when they do research, they kind of look at groups of people and they look at the foods that they eat. And then they go, oh, well, these people ate a diet that was naturally higher in fiber and they have good health outcomes. So therefore, that must mean that fiber is good for you. And so let's do some studies where we give people fiber supplements to see if the same thing happens. And the thing that happens over and over again is that whenever anybody's diet is naturally high in something and then they try to give them a supplement to replicate it, it never works out. It's not good. The bad things start to show up. And the reason is because there's just so many more things in food than just this one thing, right? There's vitamins, minerals, and cofactors, and the forms of all of those, proteins and fats and carbohydrates as well. So
yeah, you can have the fruit, but did you have the pebbles?
Right.
You don't just want to isolate the fruit without the pebbles.
Yeah, if your teeth don't fall out when you eat Fruity Pebbles, then they're not real pebbles. It's just, yeah. So same thing happens with fiber, right? So they look at people that eat diets that are naturally higher in fiber from vegetables and fiber-rich fruits, and they found that, those people have a lower rates of obesity, heart disease, and cancer. And so therefore, it must be the fiber. But the problem with that kind of research is that people that eat those type of foods, more whole food, natural foods and things like that, they also do a lot of other things that are likely healthy as well. Like they don't smoke, maybe they get regular exercise, they have low stress, they don't eat a lot of junk food, on and on and on. And so the problem with trying to figure out the one thing, it's much more complicated, and it's a lot of things. So it's not just the fiber that makes these people not obese or have lower rates of diseases. It's just their overall healthy lifestyle. And So when they actually do tests in labs where they simply add fiber supplements to otherwise consistent diet, they have not shown protective effects. So basically, fiber supplements are a waste of money. Don't eat them. They're
Okay,
not
but
going to
what
do you
about
any good.
psyllium husk fibers? Those are legit because
That is
there's no carbs. So if you're
that's the
not getting fiber, what?
that's a supplement.
Yeah, but it's not like a vitamin thing. It's a thing you add to like something you're drinking or whatever, and it hooks you up. Every time I've taken psyllium husk fibers, my digestion is amazing.
Okay,
It's
let's
so
go back.
good.
Let's go back. I'm going to go to the article again.
Screw the article. I'm telling you, psyllium husk fibers are legit, man. Who is this guy, anyways? Do you would trust him over me, your Keto Cat Live partner?
Because he has 3 research articles he's citing in this article. When they tested in a lab, controlled intervention, simply adding fiber supplements. So psyllium powder is a fiber supplement.
It's not a supplement. It's an actual food.
It's not food. You don't eat a bowl of psyllium for food. When is the last time your mom made a psyllium casserole?
You don't need a bowl of olive oil, but it's food.
Well, that's the only thing it's for, is for food. You use it as food. But the only thing you use psyllium for is a fiber supplement to try to go poop.
Or just to like get regular, like if you're eating bad. Every time I've taken, listen, when I take psyllium husk fibers, it's great. It's great for weight regulation. Yes. Take it back.
I love how every episode, the topic, your head spins around like, no, I know this is true. You're lying to me. Stop it.
Dude, if you're weightlifting, you're trying to work out your diet, or you're working out, you should supplement with some psyllium husk fibers. Absolutely. No. Yes, especially if you're on keto. I don't get constipated. But psyllium husk fibers
episode 4, go back. It's all about
absorption of nutrients and minerals and what have you.
Here's why adding fiber supplements, and I know you don't believe me, but psyllium is a fiber supplement. That's what that is. It's not a food. We don't eat. We don't sprinkle psyllium on our salads. You could put it on casseroles.
Okay, time out. You could put it on stuff. You could put it in smoothies. You could put it on an acai bowl or whatever. You could put it on like yogurt and eat it. It's absolutely you can eat it.
You can eat it. It goes in your mouth. It doesn't make it food.
Why is it not food?
You could take a B vitamin supplement and sprinkle that on your food. That doesn't make it food. It's a supplement.
Why is it not a food? It comes in a jar. Food comes in a jar. Right?
So it is magnesium powder. Is that a food?
Yeah, but they haven't. Where are they extracting the psyllium husk from? It's an actual thing they grow, right?
Well, sure.
Like chia seeds. Chia seeds are a food, right?
They're a plant. They're a seed that grows.
Okay, that's a food. Seeds are food. Plants are food. Plants aren't food.
Psyllium's indigestible. It's not just like flax.
Flax is a food?
Psyllium is a supplement. It's not a food thing, right? There isn't a 5,000 year history of people growing psyllium for food. It's a supplement. People take it for a specific reason.
Is flax a food?
It should not be. Flax is also a product that historically it's been used to make linseed oil, which is a varnish, or you can turn it into,
but it's also been historically grown and used in breads and stuff like that.
Not historically. No, only recently. It's only been added recently because people have been told that it was a health food, just like soy. So soy also is not something that's has a long history of food crops. So
what about edamame? That has a long history. That has soybeans.
Yeah, so soy edamame is actually a whole food form, but soy
like
milk
psyllium husk
like
fiber.
Yeah, we're getting
See,
off
you
topic
agreed.
here.
You agreed.
Psyllium is a supplement.
No. Take it back.
Go to the store. Here's an experiment for you. Go to the store and look what section they sell psyllium in. Is it in the baking section or is it in the supplement section of the grocery store?
It's in the psyllium section.
Which is in the supplements.
I don't know, actually.
Yeah, it's in the fiber supplement section. Yeah. Psyllium's, there's no 47 recipes with psyllium cookbook. There's okay, so back to the research that Chris
All right,
is saying
that's
in
the
his
only
article.
good point you made was the one about the grocery store. Everything else, I had all the good points, right?
Okay.
Tell them, Sue.
Let's see. What is Sue saying here? Carole is most probably doing his workout and running to the toilet with all his fiber things said he takes. Okay. So she's saying you're not able to keep up with your workouts because you have to run to the bathroom because of the supplement you're taking.
That's a workout?
That's a workout, yes.
Can you hear these geese behind me, by the way?
No.
No, there's like a gaggle of geese behind me gaggling.
Okay. I can't see them. It's because you have a good microphone. That's why.
Sure.
All right. So
and I take fiber. All right. What else?
If you get around to watching the Zoe Harcum video as well, she, shows that that the higher the fiber intake, the worse the health outcomes, basically, and the more digestive problems people have. So I say that on a high carb diet, people need fiber supplements like psyllium because their digestion isn't working correctly. But when we feed our guts properly, we have a healthy digestive system, proper amount of salt. We don't need a supplement to help us go to the bathroom because our body is just able to go to the bathroom on its own. And let's see. So what else is in here? So psyllium actually contains insoluble fiber in it. And so there's an article that Chris is citing in his article. Tan and I can't say that other way, Sao Chen, in their 2007 editorial on fiber and colorectal disease, they called insoluble fiber the ultimate junk food. It is neither digestible nor absorbable and therefore devoid of nutrition. And when you actually add insoluble fibers to processed foods, they may actually cause these foods to be even less nutritious than if they were enriched with any fiber at all. So part of what happens when you take a fiber supplement and it makes you go to the bathroom is that it absorbs and prevents your body from absorbing nutrients. And so it's keeping like flushing everything out in your colon, but your body's job there is to actually absorb the nutrients from the food. So that's where bad things come by adding fiber supplements, is you're not able to actually absorb those nutrients. So Susan's saying that Keto Kaufman is fired up tonight. Oh, look at that nickname you just got.
That's a great nickname. Damn right I'm fired up. This is Keto Kaufman and this is my message. That's a good name. Keto Kaufman. Boom.
All right. See, once it hits, you can't go back now. You got to make it part of your identity. And then, yeah. Now, the other part of this article I just want to address really quickly, I know we get a little off topic here, and is that often we think that we need fiber in order to feed our gut bacteria. And the process of what's happening with our gut bacteria is they take fiber, they ferment it. I think we talked about this last week, and they convert it into fatty acids. So like butyric acid. And so then the cells get to eat the butyric acid, the bacteria in our colon, and also the cells that line our digestive system, they like this butyric acid. So they don't need the fiber, they just need the end result of fermenting this fiber. And guess what? A keto diet is actually naturally high in these fatty acids. So butyric acid, can you guess a keto food that's really high in butyric acid? It's kind of got the word in the name.
Psyllium husk? No.
I'm dead. How do I add emoticons in there?
Butyric acid.
Anyways, butter.
Oh,
Yeah. And things that butter comes from. So all beef products actually are nice and rich. So that Kobe beef, do you remember all the marbling that was in that Kobe beef? That's butyric acid,
Oh,
fatty goodness.
no
And
wonder it was so
so,
expensive.
right? So we don't actually have to eat fiber. So what happens when we eat fiber? The bacteria ferment it. That causes gas and bloating. That doesn't feel good. We can just bypass that. We can just give our gut bacteria and our cells what they want anyways, which is butyric acid and other fatty acids. So that's part of why on keto is that we bypass all the gas and bloating of high fiber diets and we get the same healing benefits that they see in populations that eat a higher fiber diet. It's just because we're giving the ultimate fuel. It's a shortcut to the fuels that the bacteria in the cells actually want and need.
Yeah,
So
I don't get any gas or bloating when I'm on keto. What's up with that?
it's because it's low. It's medically what's called a low residue diet, which is code for low fiber. And if you're eating the foods that actually provide the nutrients that your cells need, like we're talking about, the fiber, you don't need the fiber, you just need the end product of the fermentation of the fiber. So because the bacteria in your gut are not having to ferment the fibers, you're eating low fiber, you're not taking psyllium husk, then you bypass the gas and you just feed everybody and make everybody happy. So
Okay.
happy tummies and happy colons. So
all right, cool.
That's
so
enough of that, right?
There you have it.
Whew. That was hard. You're making me work for my money here today.
Well, my genius lines of questioning are
yes.
sometimes, you got to bring it.
Yeah, I mean that's why I got you here. You're the voice of everyone, the skeptics out there, and
yeah, the voice of reason, the voice of America.
Oh yeah, the voice of, what did we decide I am? I keep forgetting not the dictator, but the all powerful,
the she baron.
She baron. All right. Yes.
The she baron of keto.
Well, you ready to talk about how do you stay keto in social situations?
Of course, I'm ready. You're out with
Brett Ernst till
the
sun comes back up.
Yeah, well, or just in general, it's tough.
Yeah.
So we have all these situations where we screw up. How do you get through it, Keto Carole? She baron of the West.
I think the Southwest now, right? Like Arizona Southwest, I think.
You're the whole West. Don't kid yourself.
The whole West.
Yeah.
Not just the Southwest, the Northeast South. Is there an East West? I think I'm in the East West right now, the Southeast West. All right, never mind. So the normal route that people go, they're trying to stay on keto. They've got some event that comes up and they just try to white knuckle through it. And I've even had some people that are just like, well, I'm just gonna smell the food I'm trying not to eat. Oh, I'll just have a small bite, but then ultimately you just end up giving up.
Yeah, what if you chew it and then spit it out?
Yeah, I mean that's technically an eating disorder, but also I know people that think that that's the way to do it as well too. So
what if you chew it and give it to your children like a bird?
Yeah, that's the ultimate. I think that's the hipster way of feeding your children.
Yeah.
So Simon says, or Sue says, Simon, you're the Wild West. Oh,
thank you, Sue.
She knows.
It means a lot. I'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah.
Like Cool Mo D, the Wild Wild West. Remember that song from the 90s?
Yes.
No? The Wild Wild West.
Yes.
Yeah. First time we had a Cool Mo D reference on the podcast. That's
yes, first time for that.
That's good.
It reminds me of when I saw Flavor Flav in the hotel in Vegas while I was there. Apparently he lives there, so
nice.
He had a.
Did you go with Flavor Flav to the after party or what? He had a clock.
He did. It was about this big, which like I hardly recognize him. It looks so little. He was, he was.
He always tells you what time it is.
Yep. He looked right at us and said, "What's up?" So he said hi to me.
Wow, was that the highlight of your life when Flavor Flav said hi to you?
No, it's like one of those moments you do a double take of like, is that who I thought it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Nice.
was fun. It was fun. I'm sure there's plenty of celebrities that live there, right?
Sure.
Okay, so the truth is, so everyone has had the situation where they just feel regret and shame, and then they vow to make up for it tomorrow or next week, or I'll just go to the gym and work it off, or I'll get back on track tomorrow.
Or I'll just
So
cry in the shower alone.
yeah, the hot tub or whatever. Yeah. Um, so the truth is that as humans, we're wired as social creatures, and we're wired to copy the behavior of everybody around us. And so that's why it's so hard in social situations to do something different than what everyone else is doing. And so it doesn't mean it's hopeless. It doesn't mean that you just give up and never try. I've got a lot of strategies here for you, so hang tight. So all animals actually learn to be like other animals of their same kind and copy their behavior at a subconscious level. So there's a part of the brain, we have these neurons called, now this is a throwback to the rural gerb because we have mirror neurons, which is just as hard to say or understand what it is. Mirror as in like that thing that's right behind me there. Look in the mirror, your reflection. Neurons, the cells that are in the brain, and their specific purpose is to copy the behavior of others of our species and mimic it in it. They connect from our brain to our muscles. So they literally, so this is how birds can fly in a V shape altogether, is their mirror neurons just see the bird in front of them and copy it. Birds don't think about like, oh, should I flap like this? How do I do that? It's just direct mimicry at a muscle level.
If you
And
were a bird, I'd fly with you, Carole.
oh,
We fly together.
are you just trying
Fly
to throw
when we
me off
fly
by
together.
flirting with me from how many states away?
Oh,
I'm
I'm
gonna have
not
to count
flirting.
these
I'm
days.
just saying, like, we're fly when we fly together.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
That was a great tagline, by the way.
I'm looking at my map. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 states away. Okay. I didn't learn geography in high school. We had a terrible, our home ec teacher taught us geography. So I have to look at maps and learn stuff. So, okay. Susan says she doesn't eat past dark. So that helps.
Nice.
You just put the blinds down and then it's dark. Sunglasses on, don't eat. All right. So also this is what makes lemmings, you know, the stereotypical like lemming, one of them jumps off a cliff and then they all run off the cliff. Birds running through a park, they all follow each other. So humans are the same way. We have mirror neurons as well. Bypasses our logic, it bypasses our thought process. It actually just, those neurons in our brain connect right to our muscles. And so
Nice.
you may have experienced this if you're at a Mexican restaurant and they bring out the chips and the salsa, or maybe they bring the bread basket in a different type of restaurant and everybody goes in and grabs it, and then you had the best of intentions, but all of a sudden you find you're not even paying attention, but your arm is just going for the basket. And you're like, what am I doing? I don't even want those. That's what's happening, is seeing the other people do that behavior makes you do it as well. And then you feel like, what's wrong with me? I had this plan. I don't want to do this. So just understanding how we're wired to behave is empowering in the first place. Just understand that like, oh, so, you know, one strategy is to not watch the other people do that. Oh, I need to go to the bathroom. The bread basket just showed up. Or a lot of times you can, you know, people grab it and then have them take the bread basket away or something like that. A lot of people will say like, oh, I'm trying to be good. I'm not going to eat the bread. You may be able to get the whole group to say like, oh, can you take the bread away? We're all trying not to have it. So one example, but I came up with 10 different strategies for you here about how to make it through social situations. So,
Nice.
you know,
Hit
it's
it.
not, yeah, it's not just restaurants, but it's also can be like potlucks or going to eat at other people's houses. It can be like work events, right? Because how many of you work in a place where every other day it's somebody's birthday, they've got to have a cake, or it's Pizza Friday or something like that. What are some other social, like holidays and things like that as well, where it's like, these are traditional foods that everybody eats. So there's a lot of examples of social situations. So
Yep.
one of the things that you can do that actually can work if you're keto adapted, fat adapted, is if you eat a meal before you go to this event. Your appetite will be very low, and it will be much easier for you to make choices of what you want to eat rather than compulsions because you're really, really hungry.
That's a good
That's
idea.
number one. Number two is that if you're going to a restaurant, looking at the menu ahead of time and planning out what you want to eat, having a strategy when you go. Number three is going to be prioritizing protein. So when you eat enough protein at a meal, you're going to feel much more satiated, more satisfied, and not want to go for just eat and eat and eat more. So at a restaurant, an event, or whatever it is, just making sure that you've got a hearty portion of a protein. So 2 times ago that I saw Simon was actually in Hawaii, and you made the most amazing brisket I'd ever had, corned beef, right? And
That's a Jew.
it was so good. Oh my God. You got to teach me how to make that.
That's when you're hanging out with a Jew. He makes a brisket.
It was amazing. We're going to have to do a cooking show one of these times where you show everyone how to make your secret Jewish brisket. Yeah. So that the event there, 3 or 4 days at a festival was like, you brought the meats, you brought the protein, and that was part of
Hang with me, Carole. I bring the brisket. You need a man that brings home the brisket.
Yes. Okay, so prioritize protein. If you're whatever you're at as well, like ask for what you need, ask for what you want, advocate for yourself. Like don't be afraid to ask for what you need, want. A lot of my ladies talk about how we compare it to like somebody who's vegan, right? Like any place they're at, they're proud of their veganism. They stand up for themselves. They ask, they advocate. They say, I don't eat that. I'm vegan, blah, 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 right? Like they're not afraid to say like, that's who I am. So why not be that proud of who you are and identity to ask and advocate for yourself as well?
Yeah, you could be so annoying that nobody ever wants to invite you back, and then you're free. You're not in those
Number 8 talks about that as well. So I'll
Sue, you're right. Absolutely, the mustard is great on it.
Corned beef with some English. So what's English mustard? I don't know how that's
I think we would call that like a deli mustard, like a Grey Poupon.
Okay.
Like, hey, do you have some Grey Poupon? Like, yeah.
I don't. Sue
I got you, Sue. We're coming to Chicago. I'm bringing you Jewish brisket. I'm bringing you a Jewish brisket that you can love, that's your very own.
Just fill your carry-on with that Jewish brisket.
Sure.
All right. Okay. So I'm just gonna. So number 4 was ask for what you want, be like a vegan, and then number 8, based on what you just said, being annoying. I'm gonna go to number 8 right now. So number 8 is don't make a big deal about it. So you can make a big deal, be like a vegan if you want, but also you can just be very subtle. Don't make a big deal about it. Most people actually won't even notice what you're eating or what you're not eating. They're paying attention to what they're eating. So, so someone is a food pusher that's at one of these social situations. One of the things I find that is the most effective is just saying something like, no, thanks, I'm doing a 30-day challenge or a 60-day challenge, right? If you say like, I'm on a keto diet, then everybody's going to go, oh, that's bad. I heard that was bad and you shouldn't, and this won't hurt. And like this, right? They're going to come up with 100 different reasons why you should eat something else. But for some reason, people respect a challenge. Oh, I'm doing a 30-day sugar-free challenge. Oh, good for you. Good for you. They're never going to try to challenge you with that because they recognize that. So
nobody wants to challenge a challenge.
Right. Respect the challenge. All right. So number 8, let's go back to number 5. Visualize yourself being successful. So
nice. Good idea.
Taking a few moments before you go into something. This is a success strategy in life in general. Whatever you want to go do, if you want to be successful at it, just take some time to visualize yourself being successful. So if you're going into some kind of a social situation that you know is going to be extra challenging for you, take some time to meditate or just visually imagine you being successful, the outcome that you want, and how proud you're going to feel, how empowered you're going to feel to stay on track and do what you want to do in that situation. There is, okay, so English, Sue is saying English mustard's really hot. You can get it in powder form and make it yourself. So one of us has some wasabi in it or horseradish maybe. Ooh, sounds great. All right. Jewish brisket and English mustard. It's a cultural affair.
I love how like the
And
sun setting and my camera's getting darker and darker.
I
I
know,
didn't
like
plan for that.
you're so many states away.
I know.
And let's see. Number 6, strategy for surviving social situations. Distract yourself. So this is a strategy one of my clients came up with. If you're going to be at an event that's a long time, plan before you go some kind of a visual scavenger hunt for yourself. And so, for example, take a photo of something with all the letters of the alphabet. So look for something that starts with an A, something with a B, something with a C. So whereas this is really good at a party where everybody's nibbling all the time and it's just about, chatting and things like that. And you're just constantly eating the whole time. Create something else that you're doing with yourself that's going to take, be something that you can pick away at all night, but it's not a food thing. So another one, so the mirror neuron thing where you're going to copy the people that you're with, you can also supercharge your willpower battery by hanging out with and seeing other people that follow keto. And so just like you can copy the behavior of people not eating keto, you can copy the people of staying on keto. So this is why with my clients, we do group coaching, we do it on video. You can see other people that are your keto crew, and it will actually recharge the part of your brain that says, oh, these are my people, I am copying their behavior. Also give my clients access to the recordings of those calls, and they can listen to those over and again, viewing those, and that can help supercharge their willpower to go into sessions where, or events and things like that.
What you do is you get a little earpiece, you put it in your ear, and you just listen to Keto Cat live.
Yeah,
the whole time.
The Google glasses where it's actually showing the video over.
Yeah, we'll get a video of Carole saying, "Don't do it. You're better than that."
Do they still have the Google glasses? Did those fail miserably? Do you remember those?
I'm sure they still have them. Yeah.
I've never seen anybody wearing them. So, yeah.
I think that's the whole point. Is you're not supposed to know when they're wearing them, right?
That would be a great strategy, though, if you're like the Great British Bake Off or something like that, and you got to stay on keto. You could have the glasses that are like blocking out, making it look like something else. Instead of a cake, it looks like a brisket.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Carole. I think you're onto something. Okay, what else? We've done 8.
Yes, we did 8. And number 9, then, if you're going to a potluck or event where you can bring something that you love, that you enjoy, that you look forward to, so that no matter what else is there, that there's at least one thing there that you're going to be able to eat and enjoy and not feel like there's nothing else for you to eat.
Yeah, you could do intermittent fasting where you just shove food in your mitten really fast and you pull it out fast and eat it when no one's looking.
In your mitten, yes. Yes.
Intermittent fasting.
All right, Sue says, Carole should have one of those takes that you listen to in your bed and then it's in your head all day. Oh,
that's right.
Called hypnosis.
You are beautiful. You are ketogenic.
You love brisket.
Don't love fiber.
Do you want to hear my hypnosis voice?
Yeah.
Take a deep breath in. Hold it. Slowly release it.
Carole, you're turning me on with your hypnosis voice. That's like, you sure that's not your sex phone operator voice as well?
As you do, notice yourself becoming more and more relaxed. With each breath in, more relaxation. And with each exhale, releasing all of your tension. All right. I am a clinically trained hypnotherapist. If nobody knew that, more of
oh my God, Carole, I'm so relaxed right now.
Are you? Good.
That was beautiful. How come we don't do that more often?
How come I don't do it more often? Should we have a segment every time? We could add that
do
as a segment.
Do the whole podcast in your hypnosis voice. You are getting sleepy.
When you hear the sound of my voice,
yes,
you will no longer crave Carbohydrates.
Wow,
free.
Carole. How come I've known you this long and you just now broke out your hypnosis voice? I would think you would want to do that sooner in a
All
friendship.
the time. It works well as you're telling comedy because it
Yes.
puts the audience to sleep and nobody laughs.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's important.
All right, number 10 tip for surviving social situations is in your work environment. This is specific for work environment. So if you work someplace that has like every other day is a carbapalooza, advocate for healthier options. Band together with a few of your other coworkers that also would like to be healthier, perhaps lose some weight, and just put together a challenge at work, 30-day challenge that no sugar comes in the house in the work, right? Like it doesn't have to be a keto challenge. It could just be a healthier options challenge. So
now there are other ways for people at work to hate you.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes Carole again. We could have had sugar, but no, fancy.
Oh my gosh.
Fancy pants Carole and her ketogenic diet.
Simon bringing in the voice of America again, everyone. All right.
Yep. Okay.
Oh my God, what have I started now? Yes.
You started a hypnosis. Sue, do you feel relaxed after that? Like, yeah. I feel really relaxed.
We know it's late for her. You're saying the sun's setting on you. The sun set on her a long time ago. So she's ready for bed now. Sleep. That's the comedy hypnosis. Sleep. Wake up now. Everybody wake up. You're awake and alert, vibrant and alive. You will leave this show feeling refreshed, revitalized, alert, and awake.
Yes.
Yes.
That was amazing.
She's asleep. All right. Yes.
I love it.
All right. Well, it's about time we're gonna have to wrap up this show. I have a
before I'm sitting in the pitch dark.
Yeah, I have an appointment with one of my coaches. I forgot to tell you. I had a hard out now. So, Simon, will you share our review of the week?
Oh, we have a review of the week. Let's see. It says, "Hi. Well, what can I say again? A great chat, amazing two people having a laugh too, as well as chatting about keto, and both together in Vegas. I hope you enjoyed your food and your steak, broccoli, and then ice cream. Well, we didn't do ice cream. We were good. Did we do ice cream? I don't remember.
I think you and your sister had some ice cream, but
no, I had wine. We had the Dariouche Cabernet. From Napa Valley. That was legit, dude. That was really, I haven't had that. Last time I had that was when I had the Chateaubriand at El Gaucho Steakhouse in Seattle. That was legit. Yeah, like if you're gonna do a Dariouche Napa Valley Cabernet, it's got to be with something good to go with it. Well, it doesn't have to be. It could be in the dark alley in a brown paper bag if you want. But other than that, you really want to have it with some good steak or something, you know.
If you're a bougie alley dweller, that's how you live. So
step into my bougie alley.
Up next episode is the topic is going to be healthy fat. So this is an area where people get really confused about what's a good fat, what's a bad fat, and so we're going to talk about that next week. Fat with a pH versus fat with a FAT.
Nice.
And okay, what do you know this one? Vino Colapso?
Wasn't he a mobster from The Godfather? Vino Colapso. No, I don't know what the hell that is.
Is that the character that Brett plays on?
He's from the Colapso family.
All right. So hey, thanks everyone for watching today. We talked all about how to survive social situations. What was your favorite? In the comments, let us know which was your favorite strategy, and if there's one that you use that I didn't cover. Tell me. So Simon, what do you think? What do you have one that stood out to you? Was it
the one where you just brag about how ketogenic you are and how you're better than everyone? You're like, oh my God, you're not ketogenic? What are you, like a fatty or something? Like, oh my God.
Yeah. Oh
like
my
God. Oh my God. You eat carbs? What's the matter with you? You remember that from Devil Wears Prada? Like, you eat carbs.
Oh my gosh,
that movie's great. So funny, man.
You need to embrace your inner bitchiness. Yes.
Yeah.
Your inner.
Oh my God, you eat carbs?
Ew,
what's wrong with you?
Yeah. Yeah. So
That's
yeah,
my
we
favorite.
talk social situations. Be a snob. That's Simon's
Yeah.
favorite. It's perfect.
Guilt people with
And
your snobbery.
thank you,
Oh, we will.
Susan. You have
Bye,
a good night
Sue.
too. Enjoy your give squishy hugs to your 21-pound cat, Benjamin Franklin. Simon, be good. Chat to you next week. Awesome.
Yay,
Sue. As
yeah,
always, love to see you
absolutely.
here. All right. Somebody
The
give us
secret Suvette.
another review. We'll shout out every episode. We're giving a shout out to our favorite review of the week. So
Nice. We're taking over this year. We're blowing up. A
yes.
keto cat chat revolution. Not just for felines.
Putting you to sleep every night.
You are getting very thinner. More and more thinner.
I feel it. Getting
You are
smaller.
eating more fiber.
Oh,
Your
no.
poops are fantastic.
You no longer believe that psyllium is a food.
Yes, I do.
Oh,
All
thank
right,
you
y'all.
everyone for watching. That's all for this show. We'll see
Yeah, I
you
better
next time.
log
We'll have
off
to watch
before it
regular
gets
episodes.
pitch dark here.
Yeah, before the goose come and like behead
Be
you
like
or
the
something. I
backdrop
don't know.
of the windy tree on the on the
Yeah,
golf course. Yeah,
it's gorgeous.
I love
It's
it.
gorgeous. Yeah.
All right then.
That's all for this show. We'll see you next time, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.